Greetings, cocktail aficionados. It's John Moser with another edition of Cocktails Out of Quarantine, the first of 2023. So if you're watching this in January of 2023, Happy New Year. If not, well, disregard. So I have made, we're getting up to like 120 of these episodes. And it's gotten to the point where it's becoming a struggle to find new drinks to do. But I was leafing through my copy of Raising the Bar by Brett Adams and Jacob Greer, an outstanding cocktail book. If widely available, you can get it on Amazon, get it a lot of places. I'm leafing through it, and I found the Ward 8. It's a classic cocktail. It's one I've enjoyed on a number of occasions. It's been around a long, long time. I'm a little surprised I haven't done it yet on this show, but I'm going to remedy that today. Let me tell you the history of the Ward 8. It is named after an electoral district, the 8th Ward of Boston. This was from the 1890s, so it's the heyday of the great political machines. The 8th Ward was kind of dominated by a guy named Martin Lamasny. And this drink was allegedly invented at a bar there called the Loch Ober Inn, located actually in the 8th Ward. And it was to celebrate the election of Martin Lamasny to the Massachusetts State Senate. And that's the drink. It's not fancy. It's a rye-based drink. It's not difficult to make, but it's satisfying. So let me show you what you're going to need to make the Ward 8. First of all, it's rye. I've got this Restoration Rye, which I picked up at Castle and Key Distillery in Versailles, close to Frankfort, Kentucky. It's excellent. Perfect for sipping straight up, but it also makes a great cocktail. And then we are going to add to that some fresh lemon juice and some fresh orange juice, only about half of an ounce of each. And then we are going to finish it off. Just put a couple of teaspoons of grenadine. I've got this BG Reynolds Lush Tropical Grenadine, which I think is extra special, but whatever kind of grenadine you have is going to work fine. And then finally, as a garnish, my favorite Luxardo cherries. So it's not complicated. As I said, rye, orange juice, lemon juice, grenadine, and then the garnish. That's all you're going to need. Now I'm going to show you how to make that drink. All right. We are going to start, as we so often do, with some ice in a cocktail shaker. We are going to start with our rye, 2 ounces of rye, nice. All right, we're going to add to that half an ounce of lemon juice, which I will easily get from half of a good sized lemon like this one. Give that a squeeze. All right, perfect. And then we will do the same with the orange. And I'm guessing we'll also get half an ounce out of half of this. It's not a very large orange. Mandarin's very flavorful. Here we go. Perfect. All right, half an ounce of orange. And now we are going to add 2 teaspoons. Oh, be right back. 2 of these bar spoons full of grenadine. Uno. And we shake that up. I have here a chilled cocktail glass, although it's been out of the freezer for a few minutes, so it doesn't quite have the chill on it, but I put some ice in it. I'm going to take this off, dump the ice back in there. One more shake. Pour. That's nice. And then, you know what? I am going to strain that a little. I don't like the pulp that's hanging out there. I'm going to strain it back into the shaker. And then I'm going to double strain it back into the cocktail glass. That makes for a much more attractive drink without the pulp floating in there. One more thing, the garnish. We've got 2 of these beautiful and delicious Luxardo cherries, which we put on a toothpick. Oop, stuck in there. All right, it's the Ward 8. So you might want to, if you have the ingredients, have a little tribute to Martin Lamasny, the boss of the 8th Ward and the inspiration for this classic 120-something-year-old drink. So let me take the taste. It is reminiscent of a whiskey sour. You've got the sour from the lemon, you've got sweetness from the grenadine and the orange juice, but then there's certainly that nice rye whiskey flavor. So consider this for your next cocktail. Until next time, cheers.